I'm 65 and fitter than I was at 40. These 6 exercises changed everything. You don't lose strength after 50 because your body suddenly gets old. You lose it because most men stop training the one thing aging attacks first: power. B, that split-second ability to catch yourself, push off the ground, react fast, and move with confidence. And here's the scary part. Once that disappears, everything else starts going with it. Balance, energy, posture, even independence. But the good news? Your body can rebuild it faster than most men realize. The fitness industry keeps giving men over 50 workouts built for 25-year-olds with perfect knees and unlimited free time. That's why so many quit within weeks. What actually works after 50 is smarter training, movements that rebuild strength, stability, joint resilience, and coordination simultaneously without destroying recovery. And today, we're breaking down 6 of the most effective exercises for doing exactly that using almost no equipment and less than 30 minutes a day. The biggest mistake men over 50 make with exercise is thinking they need to train harder. They don't. They need to train smarter, because after 50, your body changes in ways most fitness influencers never talk about honestly. Recovery slows down, joint stiffness increases, muscle mass naturally declines, testosterone gradually decreases, and perhaps most importantly, your nervous system loses efficiency. That's why movements that once felt effortless suddenly feel awkward or exhausting. Getting off the floor, climbing stairs, carrying groceries. Catching your balance after a small misstep. These things aren't just fitness, they're independence. And the good news is this: the body still adapts remarkably well after 50 when training is structured correctly. In fact, multiple studies now show men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s can significantly rebuild muscle, improve power output, increase mobility, and restore functional movement patterns with the right kind of training. Not bodybuilding workouts, not punishment sessions, functional strength training. That's what these exercises are really doing. Now let's start with the movement almost nobody over 50 trains properly anymore: explosive power. The squat jump matters because aging attacks fast twitch muscle fibers aggressively. Those are the fibers responsible for reaction speed, balance correction, athletic movement, and rapid force production. And here's the scary part: loss of explosive strength is strongly associated with fall risk as we age. That's not cosmetic, that's survival. But this is where people misunderstand squat jumps completely. This isn't about trying to jump like an NBA athlete. It's about teaching your nervous system to generate force quickly again. That's why the loading phase matters so much. The pause before the jump, that half second, teaches your body to absorb force, stabilize joints, and explode safely. And if your knees don't tolerate full squat jumps yet, modify them. That's important. You can start with mini squat pops where your heels barely leave the floor. Even low-level explosive intent helps retrain those fast twitch fibers, because remember, intent matters neurologically. Now let's talk about the push-up hold, because this exercise becomes incredibly valuable after 50. Most men lose shoulder stability long before they lose visible muscle. That's why shoulders start aching during simple things like reaching overhead, lifting luggage, or carrying grandchildren. The stabilizer muscles weaken quietly, and traditional fast push-ups often don't fix that because momentum hides weakness. The hold exposes it immediately. When you pause near the bottom of a push-up, your chest, triceps, shoulders, rotator cuff, and core all have to stabilize together under tension. That's exactly what protects joints long-term. And there's strong research supporting isometric training here. Isometric holds improve tendon stiffness and joint stability incredibly effectively, especially in aging populations where connective tissue resilience becomes critical. Now, if standard push-ups are too difficult right now, elevate your hands. That's the smartest modification most men ignore because ego gets involved. Use a countertop. Bench, sturdy table, the movement pattern still works. The goal is quality tension, not destroying yourself. Now here's something almost no one explains correctly. Posture is not just about standing up straight. Posture reflects muscular balance. And one of the biggest missing pieces after 50 is lat strength. Your latissimus dorsi muscles stabilize the upper spine and shoulders constantly. When they weaken, the chest tightens forward, shoulders round, and the upper back collapses. That's why men often start looking older physically even before major aging actually happens. The resistance band pullover directly targets that issue. And what makes it so effective is that it trains shoulder movement without heavily compressing the spine. That matters enormously after 50 because spinal recovery tolerance changes with age. Heavy loading isn't always necessary to create adaptation. Smart tension works too. And here's the key detail. The movement should feel like your elbows are being pulled by your back, not your arms yanking the band downward. That mind-muscle connection matters far more than speed, actually. That's true for almost every exercise. After 50, control becomes more important than intensity. Now let's talk about triceps dips because this is where many men unknowingly irritate their shoulders. Dips are fantastic when controlled, dangerous when sloppy. The mistake most people make is dropping far too low trying to maximize range of motion. But after 50, joint positioning matters more than extreme depth. You're training strength and stability, not trying to prove flexibility. Stopping when the upper arms become parallel to the floor is usually more than enough. And the triceps matter hugely for aging men because pushing strength influences daily life constantly. Standing up from the ground, flipping open doors, bracing during falls, getting out of chairs, even protecting yourself instinctively during stumbles. Strong triceps support all of it, and this is another thing science consistently shows. Loss of pushing strength correlates strongly with declining functional independence later in life. So no, these aren't just arm exercises. They're quality of life exercises. Now let's get into mountain climbers because honestly, this movement might be the most misunderstood exercise on the entire list. Most people turn mountain climbers into chaos, fast legs, bouncing hips, Zell control. That completely misses the point. The real benefit is integrated coordination. Upper body stability, car control, hip mobility, cross-body movement, cardiovascular conditioning, all happening together. And neurologically, that's incredibly valuable after 50 because coordinated movement patterns deteriorate rapidly with inactivity. That's why some men begin feeling disconnected physically as they age, not necessarily weak, disconnected. Brain-body communication pathways lose efficiency. Mountain climbers help rebuild that integration, but only when controlled. Slow mountain climbers with strict hip stability are honestly far harder and far more effective than sloppy fast ones. And here's another huge benefit. Core training through movement patterns works better for real life than isolated crunches for most older adults, because the core's real job is stabilization, preventing unwanted movement, protecting the spine during motion. That's exactly what mountain climbers train when done correctly. Now here's where everything starts coming together. Because the final exercise, the plank to push up, combines nearly every quality we've discussed so far. Stability, coordination, strength control, car tension, shooter endurance, neuromuscular efficiency, and for men over 50, this combination is incredibly powerful because aging doesn't usually destroy one system at a time. It affects integration. That's why someone can still technically have muscle but feel unstable, stiff, weak, or slow during real movement. The plank to push up restores that connection between systems, and the transition phase matters most. The slow movement from forearm plank into high plank forces the body to stabilize dynamically while resisting rotation. That's functional strength, not machine strength, real world strength. And honestly, that distinction changes everything after 50. Here's the part most men over 50 never realize until it's too late. Your body doesn't suddenly fall apart one day, it slowly stops trusting itself. That's what aging often feels like physically. You become hesitant getting off the floor, careful stepping off curbs, slower reacting when you lose balance, more cautious carrying heavy things. Not because you're weak, but because your nervous system no longer feels stable and explosive the way it used to. And this is exactly why these exercises matter so much. They're not training vanity muscles. They're rebuilding trust between your brain and your body. That's the real goal. Now let's talk about recovery for a second, because this is where most men sabotage themselves completely. After 50, recovery capacity changes. That's not weakness. That's biology. Muscle protein synthesis slows slightly with age. Tendons recover slower. Sleep quality often decreases. Joint tissues become less forgiving. So the old more is better approach becomes dangerous fast. This is why consistency beats intensity every single time. 3 well-structured sessions per week done consistently will outperform random hard workouts followed by injury and burnout. And honestly, most men over 50 don't need more exhaustion. They need more resilience. That's a huge difference. Now here's something encouraging modern science has proven repeatedly. Men over 50 still respond extremely well to resistance training, in many cases, when the improvements are dramatic because most people have been undertraining functionally for years. Research consistently shows resistance training improves muscle mass, bone density, insulin sensitivity, testosterone support, balance, cognitive function, mobility, cardiovascular health, joint stability, and perhaps most importantly, confidence, because physical capability changes psychology. When your body feels stronger, your mind changes too. You stop moving like someone fragile, and this is exactly why the combination of these 6 exercises works so well. Each one trains a different missing piece of aging movement. Squat jumps restore power production. Cliff-up holds rebuilds shoulder stability. Pullovers improve posture and upper back strength. Dips strengthen pressing power and elbow stability. Mountain climbers reconnect full body coordination. And plank to push-ups integrate everything together under controlled tension. That's a complete system, not random exercises thrown together for views. Now let's address something important honestly. You do not need to train like you're 25 again. That mindset destroys people. Your goal after 50 isn't punishment. It's capability. There's a huge difference. You're not trying to become the strongest guy in the gym. You're trying to become the strongest version of yourself for the next 20 to 30 years of life. That's a smarter goal. And here's what starts happening when men train this way consistently for a few months. Stairs stop feeling exhausting. Lower back stiffness decreases. Shooters stop aching constantly. Walking feels lighter. Energy improves. Body composition changes. Posture improves dramatically. Even the face changes because confidence and movement quality change how someone carries themselves. And the craziest part? Most of these improvements happen before major visual muscle growth even appears, because the nervous system adapts first. That's why many men suddenly feel more athletic within weeks, even before seeing large physical changes in the mirror. Their body is relearning coordination and force production. Now let's talk about one of the biggest fears men over 50 have but rarely admit openly. Injury. A lot of men avoid training because they've already dealt with knee pain, shoulder issues, back stiffness, or previous injuries. And honestly, that fear is understandable, but avoiding movement entirely usually makes the problem worse. The body becomes less resilient when it stops being challenged. The key is intelligent progression. That's why form matters so much. In every exercise we covered control first, then intensity. For example, if squat jumps bother your knees, reduce the jump height. If push-ups hurt your wrists, elevate your hands. If dips irritate your shoulders, shorten the range of motion. If mountain climbers strain your lower back, slow down and tighten the core harder. Modifications are not failure. They're strategy. That's something younger fitness culture often ignores completely. Now here's another important point. Walking still matters a lot. People sometimes hear strength training and suddenly abandon basic movement. Bad idea. Walking remains one of the best recovery and cardiovascular tools for men over 50 because it improves circulation, joint lubrication, metabolic health, and recovery without excessive stress. The best results usually come from combining strength work, daily movement, mobility, recovery good sleep, decent nutrition. That combination changes aging entirely. Now, nutrition deserves a quick mention too, because no workout system works well if recovery is terrible. After 50, protein intake becomes even more important because muscle preservation gets harder biologically. Most experts now recommend older adults prioritize sufficient protein distributed throughout the day to support muscle maintenance and recovery. Hydration matters too. Joint tissues, tendons, recovery systems, and energy production all suffer when hydration drops. And sleep? Honestly, sleep might be the most underrated recovery tool on earth. Growth hormone release, tissue repair, nervous system recovery, inflammation regulation. All of it depends heavily on sleep quality. You can train perfectly and still stall if recovery collapses. Now here's the beautiful thing about bodyweight functional training. It scales with you. At first, 5 perfect reps might feel difficult. Months later, you're doing 12 smooth controlled reps with confidence. That progression becomes addictive in the best way possible, because unlike random gym machines, these movements directly improve real life. You feel the difference outside workouts, and eventually something unexpected happens. You stop thinking about working out. You start thinking about capability, what your body can do again. That shift matters psychologically because too many men over 50 quietly accept decline as unavoidable. They think stiffness, weakness, poor posture, fatigue, and instability are just part of aging. Some aging changes are real. But accelerated physical decline from inactivity is not the same thing as aging itself. The body adapts to demand at almost every age. That's one of the most powerful discoveries modern exercise science keeps confirming. And honestly, that should be incredibly motivating because it means your best physical years are not necessarily behind you. Not if you train intelligently. Not if you stay consistent. Not if you stop comparing yourself to younger men and start building the strongest version of yourself right now. That's the mindset that changes everything. And remember, you do not need a fancy gym. You do not need expensive equipment. You do not need 2-hour workouts. You need consistency, intelligent movement, and patience. That's it, 6 exercises, less than 30 minutes, a stronger body, better balance, more energy, greater confidence. And a version of yourself that feels capable again. That's what this system is really building. Not just muscle, momentum. Because once the body starts feeling strong again, everything else in life feels lighter too. If this video gave you a completely different perspective on training after 50, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with another man who's tired of feeling older than he actually is. And tell me in the comments, which of these 6 exercises do you think would challenge you the most right now? Squat jumps, push-up holds, pullovers, dips, mountain climbers, or plank to push-ups?